Dragon Parentage and Family. Dragonology in a New Cycle by explorer Kurt Bengtson. The more personal facets of Tyria's dragonkind have long been wrapped in mystery. In my brief conversations with the elder prismatic dragon, Aurene, shortly after the Dragonvoid crisis in Kanta, she admitted that despite her ascension, she was only a couple years short of a decade. With her consent, I was allowed to ask some more, personal questions. Launching right into the thick of it, I asked Aurene whether she and her brother Vlast were part of Glyn's only clutch of eggs. Despite the memories imprinted by the time of her hatching, or later uncovered by her gleaming in the scrying pool, Aurene was ultimately unsure. Historical records of encounters with Glyn allude to her having more than 2 eggs. What happened to the rest of them has been lost to the annals of history. But as forgotten and exalted records denote, Glyn's clutch was created and protected for the purpose of eventually disposing and replacing the Elder Dragons. Timey, 27. Aurene found this detail poignant as she described her brief and final conversation with Suwon, and the regret she's expressed with regard to her raising, having created the other Elder Dragons as tools to serve some cosmic purpose without much thought to how that would affect them, and how they would later connect, or not, with other living beings. There has been much discourse over whether all dragons can create their own eggs and then suffuse them with enough magic for a hatchling to form. All experts in the field agree. Elder dragons and their direct offspring are seemingly set apart from the rest of dragonkind, all possessing the ability to shape and create life with power to outmatch the human gods. That Glyn was freed by the Forgotten and then able to sow the seeds of her elder family's downfall was nothing short of a miracle. The specifics of elder dragon parentage are still conjecture at best, though. By Aurene's account, her grandsire expressed some amount of remorse of having killed her and possibly her mother. It's unclear if Kralkatork was driven entirely by the early coalescing effects of Dragonvoid, or if he was also guided by visions of his own, always knowing he and his offspring would have to die for Aurene to ascend. What is more interesting is that Kralkatork's capacity for empathy, connection and resonance, albeit rudimentary and corruptible, was a consistent through-line from Suwon down to his own offspring, something not witnessed in his siblings. Timey, 53.